Hello, my name is Ilona and today is Monday, October 2nd, 2023. This past weekend I posted a few videos. On a Saturday I did a Dutch video with English subtitles, but I already got a reaction that these subtitles weren't the greatest, unfortunately. It is talking about what happened in Rotterdam at the Erasmus MC, the medical center. And I'm also talking about the visit Klaus has made from the World Economic Forum to the Netherlands. Very interesting. It was a videotape that you could actually see him leave a certain establishment, and also the other person that was there, who was Klaus Knot, who is the president of the Dutch Bank, and he's also in charge of the FSB that is placed in Switzerland. They're like a financial institution watching all these banks. So he has a very high position. So it's interesting that he was meeting Klaus there. Very interesting. So I just looked at the energy in that video, and yesterday I placed a video in Dutch and in English about the energy of October. So if you'd like to watch that, you can find it on my channel. Just click on my channel and you can find the videos. So today, first of all, I wanted to just talk about the Erasmus Medical Center. George Webb, he is a journalist, independent journalist. He did investigations. I placed a few things about the connection between Jurgen Dahmen, that is actually the person that left the Earth plane in Rotterdam. And apparently he connected it with a German Jürgen Dahmen, which is a different way of actually spelling the name. And the German Jürgen Dahmen is actually connected to certain Sting factories, and he's investing in that. But that is not the connection, if I'm not mistaken, with the person that was actually, that actually was involved in this situation. That doesn't mean that there is no interesting history at the Erasmus Medical Center. And I shared a clip this morning from George Webb again, who is really making all these connections, and there's so much to talk about. And I think more and more will come out about this center here in the Netherlands, Medical Center. I've also shared a few articles. They were in Dutch, but there is so much going on there, and it's very interesting for years now. And I think it's important that these things are going to come out. So what happened there in Rotterdam is very interesting, and it's kind of putting a light on what's going on in that medical center. So I think we're going to hear more about that. Then in the United States of America, there's been, I think, how do you call this? They finally came to an agreement. So they are avoiding shutdown in a last-minute funding deal, but the Ukraine left without aid. I think there is something else they can still work with, but it's not in the agreement. So the Ukraine are not going to get anything, at least for, I think, 45 days. I think there's some loopholes there, but it's not part of the deal. And that is very interesting. So things are kind of falling apart there for the Ukraine, I think. And we see more and more countries, I believe in Slovenia. Now there's a new government that is more pro-Russia. So they're probably going to stop any support to the Ukraine as well. So there are some interesting things happening here in Europe, of course, and just worldwide concerning this, because I do believe a lot of people see that it's really, why send money there? It's really one big laundry thing going on there, and the money never gets to where it's supposed to get. It never gets to the people that actually need it. And of course, the entire situation with the Ukraine, it's just I think it's going to fall apart pretty soon. And the thing I wanted to take a look at in this video is actually a clip I saw about the World Economic Forum agenda contributor, Mariana Mazzucato. Our attempt to, sting the entire planet failed. Climate change is too abstract for people to understand, but the coming water crisis is something that everyone will get on board with. And this is very interesting. What is she talking about? But we know that if the World Economic Forum talks about certain things, then it's usually something that they're programming and they want to work with. Now, I've already looked at if they were going to put something in our water, and I was talking about stings, if that was possible. I don't believe it is, so we don't have to worry about that. But are they going to cut off the water supply? So I wanted to take a look at that. Are they going to do something with the waterways or the water supply? Are they going to try to manipulate that? Because of course people will need water. So I just wanted to take a look at that energy. Well, the first card is the Knight of Cups. I got two cards as the central card, which is the Six of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. In the past we have the Five of Wands. We've got the Ace of Pentacles underneath the central card, and we have the Six of Cups and the Queen of Cups for the future. To me, this feels that they want it. They've tried in the past and they still want it to manipulate. I don't think it's going to work because they're working very hard, and I do believe it's the White Hats working very hard to make sure that doesn't happen, and they will have their victory. So they will not succeed in this, but they'll try. But it will actually create something completely new, like a new beginning. And I thought that was so interesting. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups, both a lot of water. So I think the water will be flowing. We don't have to worry about that. But they will try, maybe on small, locally, they might try to shut down things. But ultimately, or maybe waterways, they try to shut down something, that will affect all kinds of people. But it will actually lead to more information about children. This is the children card, and I thought it was very interesting, especially with waterways they've used for children. We've of course about the ship that was sideways in the Suez Canal, with all the containers. We know that they use that. We know that Ghislaine Maxwell had like this license for submarines. Also has to do with waterways and water. So I think they're probably going to try something, but that will lead to more discoveries, what's really been going on, what they've been using it for. So I think this will lead to like a new beginning. I don't think we have to worry about water supplies being shut off, although it may happen in very small locally, but I believe that worldwide we don't have to be fearful that this is going to happen. It's not going to get very far. I see that there are forces working together to make sure that it doesn't happen, and they won't be able to shut it down, because ultimately they would have done it in a way by now. So I do believe that things with children connected to water will be coming out because of certain things that they will do and they will put into motion. It's very interesting to see. So one thing will lead to something else, just like what happened here in Rotterdam. Actually, one thing happened and now it's shedding light on completely different things, but just as important, connected to what has happened here in Rotterdam. This is very interesting, so we'll have to wait and see. The coming week, I wanted to take a look at the energy for the coming week. We have the High Priest, we've got the Knight of Swords, and we have the Moon. So it's going to be quite a confusing week ahead. And I think the dark energies will try to still attack in some way. And there will be a lot of fear. I know a lot of people are still looking at October 4th. Something's going to happen there. I already taken a look at that. I don't believe it's going to be what people think it's going to be, or the situation that it's going to get completely out of hand. I don't believe that, but it will create a lot of fear. So I think this week will be creating fearfulness. Are we really, not so much as winning, but I think there's a lot of people kind of losing their hope, kind of getting desperate. How long is this going to take? And I think this week will take its toll. There are going to be some things or coming out about the dark energies, or they're going to try certain things that will create a lot of fear. And like I've mentioned, the October 4th, there's a lot of fear in the independent media. That could, things could get out of hand. I don't believe it will be, but I know there are certain people that are thinking that it will. So it kind of depends, I think, on your perspective and how you feel about things, and of course see what resonates with you. That's the most important part. But it's going to be quite a week. I think we're quite a week ahead of us. So I have to wait and see how it's going to develop. The advice is the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Hermit. So it's very important for us to kind of see if we need anything, prepare ourselves. It's always good to have something in your house, some food, some water. If that doesn't resonate with you, follow what is right for you, because it's very important to follow your own inner compass. But be prepared just in case things can happen, or this is also about making your own plan and sticking to it. And moving away from this, what the situation we're in now. It's also a bit insecure. That's also concerning, at least with the card, the Six of Swords. You don't know where you're going, but you trust you will be all right. And it's really about drawing your own plan and following it through. And also finding answers inside of yourself. It's very similar in a way to my energy of the month of October. Not getting dragged in with all these things happening around us, but really trust your own compass. Trust your inner light. Know that you will have the answers inside of yourself. Follow that path. Really follow through with that. Very important to follow your own feelings, your own emotions, your own intuition, your connection with God. See if you need to do some things or not, then let it be for what it is. Let it just like, if you feel like you have to do certain things or prepare things, do it. And if you feel like, no, I'm fine, this is, I'm in a perfect situation for myself now, then just follow your own intuition. That's what this is about. That's what the Great Awakening is about, that we start following our own intuition. I will most likely on Wednesday place an older video I already made about dealing with feelings of powerlessness, being powerless, because I think that is pretty much the core conviction we have, that we do not have the power, that we don't have any control. We've been programmed that way to, always look outside of ourselves, not rely on ourselves, on our own sources, on our own, inner intelligence and intuition. So I'm probably going to post them on a Wednesday. And these are all the videos, because some of you may have already watched it, but it's very important that we learn to deal with these feelings of power, feeling powerless, because if we can heal that, then we can really truly change everything in our lives. Because if we feel that we are capable and we are very strong beings, we are spiritual beings in a human experience, and when we truly realize that, we can change so much in our lives and in the world around us. And that is the Great Awakening, stepping into our own authority. So I'd like to leave it at this, and hope to see you in another video. Bye.